the reality, is that they're going to have to, and the government's going to have to get involved because we are losing suppliers. Nobody knows who the suppliers are before beyond tier one. And I say nobody, I mean the military doesn't, the
Yeah, yeah,
primes don't.
yeah.
I mean, I'll give you a great example from the
Yep.
US. I'm going to throw the United States right under the bus right now for everybody. I'm sure there'll be
Hmm.
some happy Brits. Um, we have, but it affects you guys too. So we had a fire in Philadelphia in February. The only aircraft fastener manufacturer in the United States, titanium aircraft fasteners, not a big deal, right? Little part, little part.
Hmm.
It burned down. Um, the industry went nuts. Nobody had fasteners now. Why was that? How did they not know that? Because they were all going through distributors who were all going back to the same factory because the factory didn't sell
Yeah,
them. So now the United States aerospace industry, and I think Airbus is affected as well, right? It is trying to find fasteners, and where are they going? China, right? And this is the problem. This is why I think small businesses will survive, but the government's got to get involved, as the military does too, because we're about ready to lose one of the last desktop 3D printing manufacturers in the United States potentially, right? We're on the verge of it,
hmm,
and because China's been putting these companies out of business, so I think once the primes realize that there are no more small businesses to go to because the government and the primes have let them fail, and through distributors secretly, unknowingly, in many
yeah,
cases, been going to China, it's going to be a wake up call. And it's going to actually, I think, empower companies like Sp3D and other machine OEMs. It's going to empower some of these small businesses who are just barely hanging on, or some folks who are willing to start up. But it's going to require the primes to recognize, who actually supplies their parts and where they actually come from if you
yeah.
go down past the tier one, and the governments to realize, hey, I'm not a protectionist guy. I'm not a big fan of regulation, but if you're competing against China in the industrial sector and manufacturing sector, they don't play fair. And our governments are going to have to realize that we can't play fair either, and we're going to have to incentivize and work with and
Hmm.
protect our small businesses, and primes are going to have to do that too.